organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Coming up on another live edition of Daily Iowan TV, wiretapping accusations. FBI Director James Comey addresses the issue. And later, the class of 2021, how the new enrollment deadline can impact these future freshmen.
And we've got the results from the men's gymnastics meet Monday night.
And updates on the upcoming football season.
Spring showers are coming our way. Find out more on weather coming up.
We've got all that and more coming up. Daily Iowan TV starts now. Good morning and thank you for tuning in to our Tuesday edition of Daily Iowan TV. I'm Becca Scadden. FBI Director James Comey testified before the House Intelligence Committee yesterday in regard to the president's accusations of wiretapping. Earlier this month, President Trump accused former President Obama of wiretapping his phones during the 2016 campaign. During this hearing and while under oath, Comey swore that there was no evidence found of wiretapping taking place. He also said his agency is investigating any links between Trump's 2016 campaign and Russia's attempted intervention in the presidential election. Republicans in the House of Representatives released the amendments made to the GOP healthcare bill last night. White House and Republican officials hope these amendments will win the support of those still unsure of the new healthcare plan. The bill, entitled the American Health Care Act, will be voted on this Thursday. This Thursday is also the 7-year anniversary of President Obama's Affordable Health Care Act. Last night, many students and Iowa City citizens received a notification on their phones about a civil emergency in Polk County and were told that they needed to seek shelter. It turns out the alert message was actually a mistake. KCRG reported that the area's emergency management team said they were trying to send out an alert for a missing woman and that their messaging system sent the wrong alert. The Iowa City Area Development Group released this past year's employment statistics. Joining us from the newsroom is Daily Iowan Metro reporter Sarah Stortz with more on what this data means for Iowa City.
Thanks, Becca. This week, I covered a story on the worker shortage in Iowa City. The Iowa City Area Development shared data with us that the number of open positions has increased. Last year, it was 471. The year before, it was 385. Most of these jobs include skills in manufacturing and high tech. In the article, I spoke with professionals who specialize in the workforce to figure out why this was happening and how concerned local citizens should feel about this.
You can read Sarah's full story in today's copy of the Daily Iowan. And when going out for a night in downtown Iowa City, the Department of Public Safety is strongly advising students to keep in mind potential consequences. Daily Iowan reporter Kaylee Reese reports that cops have the right to detain a person in good reason. Officers do not have to say why they stopped a person, but to conduct a search, they must ask for consent. Alton Poole, the community outreach officer for UI Police, reports that a student looking underage is a reasonable reason for a cop to stop and detain someone. And there have been concerns in the past regarding housing applications, but that is not the case for fall 2017. Daily Iowan TV reporter Lauren Varell joins us in the studio with more. Lauren?
That's right, Becca. The class of 2021 has started to apply for housing. I spoke with an official from University Housing and Dining to find out if there were any problems with the application process this year.
The incoming class of 2021 has started to apply for on-campus housing. According to the University of Iowa's Housing and Dining, there has not been any major application problems since the application was launched in November. The University of Iowa's Housing and Dining reports that over 52,000 incoming first-year students have submitted their application without issue.
When we first launched, there was just a minor hiccup at the very beginning, but since we launched in November, we have had over 5,200 first-year students submit their applications for next year.
Housing and Dining says the most common issues they resolve from new students applying for housing are students not yet being accepted to the university, not having set up their Hawk IDs, and not checking their emails regularly. When the University of Iowa does get contacted with questions from new students regarding the application, Housing and Dining will talk with the students directly until the problem is resolved.
University Housing and Dining said over 5,200 students have already applied for housing without problems. One is encouraged to call University Housing and Dining with any questions or concerns. Becca, back to you.
Thanks, Lauren. And you know, yesterday marked the first day of spring. People were walking around in shorts and sandals here on campus. We have Sydney Zatz here to tell us more about it. The spring weather is going to stick around, or if we could see some cooler weather coming up. Sydney?
Well, Becca, I myself am hoping I won't have to break out my winter coat again. As we've seen in the past few weeks, Iowa weather is unpredictable. But yesterday, people were studying outside, walking around in shorts, so warmer weather is definitely coming our way. A few weeks ago, we saw temps in the 80s, and then we saw snow, but it looks like we can see some spring showers as winter comes to a close. Tuesday morning, we can see cloudy skies with temps at about 38 degrees. In the afternoon, those cloudy skies will continue to stick around, but temps will rise into the mid-40s. In the evening, we can expect more cloudy skies, but temperatures will stay about the same. Wednesday morning, things will be a bit chillier as we will see a high of 27 with some partly cloudy skies. And looking into the rest of the week, get those rain boots out on Thursday night as we could expect a 50% chance of thunderstorms. That rain will carry on into Friday as we could see a 90% chance of rain. But we won't see dry skies until Sunday as we can also expect an 80% chance of rain on Saturday. But looking into next Monday, we won't see sunny skies, but we can see some cloudy skies, so things will definitely dry up there. That's all I have for you. Stay dry, Iowa City. Becca, back to you.
Thanks, Sydney. The Street Hawk food truck survived an Iowa winter and surprisingly didn't slow down its customers. Daily Iowan TV reporter Kyler Bruner has the story.
The University of Iowa couldn't ignore the booming success of the food truck industry. Their Street Hawk food truck provides warm meals like the barbecue bacon cheeseburger throughout the year, whether it's sunny, downpouring rain, or freezing cold.
And it's really convenient too, you know, being right in the middle of campus, close to all the dorms, close to the big lecture halls around.
The customers' enthusiasm for the truck eliminates the one major industry problem for the Street Hawk, the weather deciding the outcome of business.
Two things that surprised me were how much the weather doesn't affect them and how much water they go through.
Now, operating a food truck in extreme weather isn't all that easy. Bitter temperatures caused the water lines right behind this wall to freeze in December of 2016. The frozen pipes delayed business, so the university revamped the Street Hawk over the winter semester break. The renovation sped the truck back into business.
It could be pouring or snowing and I would still stand out for the food truck.
People like hot meals on cold days. You know, that's basically what it boils down to, and you know it's going to be hot when it comes off the food truck.
If you are a University of Iowa student or pedestrian passing by, the Street Hawk will serve you on the T. Ann Cleary walkway from 11 to 3, Monday through Friday during the school year, no matter the weather. Reporting in Iowa City, Kyler Bruner, Daily Iowan TV.
Last year, the University of Iowa had the largest freshman class ever, with a total of 6,543 newly enrolled students. Right now, the university is about 13% ahead of where they were at the same point last year, which is about 440 students. To control the total number of new students, the university has instituted a new March 1st deadline.
We don't want to grow to a point where we can't provide all the resources to students, such as on-campus housing, adequate classes, those sorts of things.
For anybody who applies and goes on the wait list, the university will determine if there is space available and will accept students accordingly. Iowa State President Stephen Leith was chosen to serve as Auburn University's new president. This is the third time in only 2 years that a public university in Iowa has found itself without a president. In December of 2016, the University of Northern Iowa appointed their new president, Mark Nook. And in 2015, the UI started its own search for a new president, choosing Bruce Harreld. And I heard there was a disappointing weekend for Hawkeye basketball. We have people in the sports studio to give us more.
March Madness is in full swing, but the Iowa basketball team unfortunately won't get to take part in that anymore after Sunday's loss.
That's right, Taylor, but next season looks to be promising.
This year's freshman class has the Hawks looking forward to a bright future. Lucy Rodine has more from Carver Hawkeye Arena.
The Hawks came into this year ranked the 8th youngest team in college basketball, but by the end of the season, their play did not reflect it.
I mean, there's incredible highs and some lows, and you know, you think a guy turned a corner and then he starts making some freshman mistakes again, but the key is to stay positive with them. You know, challenge them, hold them accountable, but then come back and put your arms around them and trust them. Another shot, and you know they're going to keep getting better. And I think we've seen tremendous growth from a very young team.
I think that this was a great year for us as a class and as a team to to really build and figure out the ways and how things go in the Big Ten, and that there's going to be ups and downs throughout the season.
We're all pretty excited. We know what we're capable of doing. Obviously, our goal this year wasn't accomplished, but what we have coming in the freshman recruiting class, what we had for this class as well, we can do a lot of special things in these next 2 to 3 years. And I mean, like I said, we're going to take some time off and then evaluate our past season and get ready for a championship off season.
The future is bright. The young guys, coach, we're going to let them play through mistakes all years. I mean, all year has been a learning experience for them, and the future is really great for them. I think they're going to be in the NCAA tournament next year and go. I see them in Sweet 16 to to Elite 8. So I mean, I just hope they keep working all summer and then just keep getting better as a team and stay together.
The Hawks will build off the success they found this season next year when they return 4 out of 5 starters. Reporting from inside Carver Hawkeye Arena, this has been Lucy Rodine, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Fran McCaffrey said the freshmen and the rest of the Hawks will spend part of their offseason playing overseas in preparation for next year.
And speaking of preparing, Iowa football starts their spring season this upcoming week. Mary-Kate Harrion has more.
With Iowa winter sports coming to a close, spring football is in full swing with their first practice scheduled for this Wednesday.
As Steve mentioned, we start practice on Wednesday. Excited about that, certainly. This weekend we'll host our on-campus clinic. And Joe Philbin will be the headline speaker for us. We'll have Joe here, some outstanding high school coaches from our state as well as some surrounding states. And then our staff will be featured as well. So it's always a big event for us. Right now our attention certainly is on the 2017 football team, as I said. And one good thing about graduation, it does create opportunity for other players. So you always hate to see outstanding seniors leave the program. That's part of coaching in college football. But it does create a new opportunity, and certainly starting in January, we had our first team meeting. That was a new football team that we met with. So as we move forward right now, I think the big thing for our players is to understand everybody's got an equal chance to create playing time for themselves. And, basically it really boils down to the hard work that they put into it, the commitment that they demonstrate. And, if they'll do that, they give themselves a chance to be part of the program and be part of the contributing group of our players.
The team will head to West Des Moines on April 7th for their open practice and finish off the spring season with their spring game on April 21st. Reporting outside of the Iowa football facility, this has been Mary-Kate Harrion for Daily Iowan TV Sports.
And for the team, Matt Vandenberg re-injured his foot, and Drake Kulik is still recovering from injury. During the season, we'll keep you updated as spring football continues.
Last night, the men's gymnastics seniors put on a show for their final performance in Carver Hawkeye Arena. Charles Boyd has more.
Iowa men's gymnastics team did a great job defeating the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Seniors Corey Patterson, Andrew Bato, and David Spanier definitely stepped up as the seniors they are, having an outstanding performance on senior night here at Carver Hawkeye Arena. It all started with the Hawkeyes getting hype on the floor in Carver Hawkeye Arena. Senior Andrew Bato showcased his unique ability, scoring a 13.5 on the floor exercise. Next was Kevin Johnson doing an amazing job on the Pomelo horse, giving Iowa an edge on Nebraska. Then going over to the rings with senior Mark Springett, where he showcased some major strength, scoring a team high of 13.7. I spoke with head coach J.D. Reeve about the things the team needs to improve on.
Keep getting better, right? Like each day, we're good, right? I want to be great. We can't have misses. We got to be a little bit more precise with the things that we're doing. We got to not show fear or nerves or things that you see today that weaknesses. We've got to get rid of all that, and physically we're great. We're phenomenal.
It meant everything. I mean, we came in here as freshmen with 3 seniors, and seeing us grow over the 4 years has just been absolutely amazing. And coming out with a win tonight with a ranked team ahead of us, there's nothing better to do that. It was awesome.
I feel like I went out there and I did exactly what I wanted to do, especially high bar. I went up there, wasn't really any pressure. Just went up, wanted to have some fun for my last routine, and that's what I did.
With Big Ten just a few weeks away, the Hawkeyes are still making the necessary adjustments to end the season on a high note. This has been Charles Boyd with the Daily Iowan TV Sports, Carver Hawkeye Arena.
All we have for you today. Tune in tomorrow for more information on national champion Corey Clark.
Becca, back to you.
Thanks, guys. And that's a wrap on today's edition of Daily Iowan TV. For the latest local news, check out dailyiowan.com or pick up a copy of the Daily Iowan. From all of us at Daily Iowan TV, thanks for watching and have a nice day, Iowa City.